What's up, guys? I'm here just taking a little walk around the backyard right now. I'm here at the Content House here in LA. But as you guys can see from the title of the video, shout out, I saw another guy make a video like this, but nothing has been the same since 2020. Now, you guys know what happened in 2020. I don't think I can say it on here, but it's just been so strange. Like, I feel like nothing from relationships, work, just almost like a weird energy shift I feel like has happened in 2020. And it's really hard to, like, I guess just talk about or put into words, but you guys know, if you follow the channel, that I believe in a lot of like esoteric topics. We believe in a lot of esoteric things on here, just energy, law of attraction, a lot of law of manifestation. And I'm sure that you guys can feel it too, that energy shift that has happened just over the whole world since what happened in 2020. Now, if you guys are watching this video, you probably have seen a lot of videos about how people don't want to work anymore. A lot of times they're saying that it's Gen Z, people don't want to work, but it's just people in general. Older people, millennials are, you know, they had that whole quiet quitting thing that was going on for a while. And people are just starting to realize just how much like just bullshit working actually is. Slaving away for a 9-to-5, really working your life away. Like, you spend a majority of your time not sleeping, not being with your friends or your family, but you actually spend a majority of your time, like actual hours of your life, working for somebody else, all just for a check. And with prices like being risen all over wherever you're at, like the price of groceries, price of gas, the price of rent, a lot of times people are working literally all the time, 50 plus hours a week, and you still can't even afford just to like live or have an apartment. People are realizing that, like, man, this is bullshit. Like, if it's not gonna work, then I'm just gonna crash out anyways. I'll crash out willingly. And I've had these conversations. I don't know if you guys are new to the channel here, but my name's Alton. I'm 24 years old. I live in Los Angeles, California, in a content house. It's like a group of guys here. We all like work and have jobs as well too, but we're doing like the whole influencer thing. But we have conversations about this too, about like, you know, times are hard. And it's like, okay, well, do we just like crash out? Like, do we say like, freak it all, freak the world, and let's just like kind of just like live like rogues and renegades, because there's not really hope? And again, this is kind of like a young man's plight, but I'm sure that anybody could, you know, relate and just like feel that same vibe. Same thing with dating. It's like, it's to the point where people don't really like make connections with anybody anymore. I know that we have like dating apps and things, but I'm sure you guys feel it too, but it's just hard to like really connect with somebody. And even if you can connect with somebody, a lot of times you just don't want to anymore. It's like, all right, like I'm gonna invest all this time, energy, money into this person that might not even really like appreciate me or my efforts or like what I do just for like them and just in general. With social media, there's this whole like gender wars thing going on. You know, people going back and forth. You got the Megan Thee Stallions, and you got the Andrew Tates, and you got the, oh, men are trash, and oh, women are all just gold diggers. And it's like, we can't come to one accord with each other anymore. And it's weird, because it wasn't like this in like past generations. But again, being around a group of like men that are my age, like we talk about topics about like, does love actually even exist anymore? Like, me personally, I don't even know if I really believe in love. And I know that there was a time when I did. Again, I don't know if it's just me as I'm getting older. I don't know if I'm becoming more cynical or because I've had different relationships that didn't work out for one reason or another. But a lot of people share the same sentiment of like, is it worth it to put all this into a relationship for somebody that might not reciprocate my same effort towards them, and, you know, just might not really feel the same way about me? But yeah, the whole shift since 2020 has been weird. And it's like, people don't really like, it's almost like we're living in like one big meme right now. Like the whole freaking thing about Donald Trump almost getting assassinated, freaking the bullet whizzing right by his ear. It was like, if it would have been 1 millimeter to the right, he wouldn't be here anymore. He would have been deleted. It's like that happened like a month ago, and nobody's talking about it. Like, it's like all these like crazy big events will happen. People will make memes about it. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with the whole Diddy thing, but they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in Diddy's house, and people are already making like funny videos about it. People are already making memes about it. But it's like, yo, these are people that were actually like, there were people assaulted in that home. There are people whose like lives are probably like fully altered by trauma, and people are just making videos, like funny videos of like, oh, when you show up to the Diddy party and they're like slipping on the baby oil and stuff. I'm like, dang, like y'all are quick with it. This literally happened like yesterday when they found out about it, the whole raid. So it's just like, yeah, the world is just a really really weird place right now. Yeah, and also like, yeah, just the whole like, just everything being so expensive right now too, like inflation and everything. You can't get a house, you can't get an apartment anywhere for like less than like 2K a month. I remember when I first came out to Los Angeles 7 years ago, you could get like a nice little studio apartment or 1 bedroom for like 1,300, 1,400. Again, now prices are like 1,000 more. Studio starts at like 21, 2,200, and that's if you find like a really good deal. So, but yeah, I think a big part of it as well too is that like a lot of times you don't know where you're gonna be. Like from what happened in 2020, we all found out that like something can happen, like an event in the world can happen that will take away all your freedom. I live in the USA. Something can happen where they'll tell you, okay, you gotta stay home, you can't work, you can't see your loved ones anymore, and you have to oblige to it. So we have effectively been shown that the power is not in our hands. Like, again, I believe in topics of like, okay, well, you have to think positively and stuff. And I don't want this to seem like a kind of like doomsday thing I'm telling you about, but somebody can tell you, hey, like, you're not gonna be able to do anything. And because of that, I feel like a lot of people don't know where they're gonna be in 5 years from now. Like I remember, again, even like before 2020, I was thinking like, oh yeah, in 5 years, I'll be here for sure. I know I have a plan. I'm gonna be doing X, Y, Z. These are the people I'll be around. But now we're at the point where like, you can't even really like if you think about it honestly, can you really see where you're gonna be at in 5 years? The world is just in such a crazy constant state of flux right now, to a point where I feel like it's never been. That's like, yeah, you can't even really just plan too much. It's almost like you gotta take it day by day, because yeah, it's just like you don't really know where you're gonna be. Whereas in the past, you could kind of think like, oh yeah, this is like my 5-year plan. Now it's kind of like, hey, I'm just going with the flow. And it's crazy because like, also because of all the events that have happened and just like how life is now, I noticed that a lot more people are just like sad, you know? A lot more people, I think maybe as a byproduct of not really being able to live how you would like to, a lot of people are sad. Like I know a lot of people, you know, like even me, life is kind of, it weighs heavily, and it makes you want to like, again, it makes you want to crash out. Like I know a lot of people are like looking into things like antidepressants. I've even talked with my doctor like, hey doc, like is there something wrong with me? Like, you know, I'm a young, healthy male. I know that like, you know, I do fitness, I work out, go to the gym. If you guys follow the channel, like I'm really into like supplements and like things like mindfulness and meditation. But because of the state of the world, it can be so hard to like feel like there's any hope sometimes. So yeah, you know, if you are experiencing things like that, just know that like you're not alone. You know, I remember before 2020, like it felt like we were more social creatures. I'd be able to kick it with my guys. I was thinking back to it, and of course I was younger, but I would kick it with my guys every day. We would just do the most mundane of tasks, but at least we were together. We would go to the store together, you know, me and my roommates back then. Like, you know, we would go out to like different little parties or clubs, and it felt fun. Now I think because of that period of isolation we had, that never really left. Like even after 2020, I think a lot of people are still like socially isolated. I don't know if it's like a traumatic thing or like a PTSD thing, but I don't think we ever really got like integrated again after, you know, what happened in 2020. Like a lot of us are still very like isolated. So yeah, I don't know. It's a weird time that we're in right now. Nothing's really been the same since 2020. Comment down below, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Like, do you share the sentiment, or am I just like tweaking right now? I don't think I'm tripping, but you know, just let me know. I love you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you liked it, that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell, because I post videos like this every single day. And if you guys did like today's video, check out this video. I think you'll resonate with. I love you guys, and I'll speak with you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow.